Hey everyone, I'm Steve Brown with It's My Railroad, and sometimes I get sidetracked. Hey, welcome to Sidetracked. This is the place we keep the stuff that doesn't exactly fit in with one of our project builds, but we wanted to share with you anyway. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. No matter where you are in your model railroad journey, I'll bet you're going to agree with me that the locomotive is one of the most significant investments that we make. This is certainly true as you start adding more and more of them to your layout. It can get quite addicting. But for that reason, what a lot of us will do, what I'm sure you do, is we'll take a look at locomotive reviews. We'll see what other folks are running, what they like, what they don't like, why they're running these locomotives, to kind of round out our understanding before we make a purchase of a locomotive. So I was just thinking what I'd like to do today is I would like to just sort of do my part to add to that discussion of model railroad locomotives. And I'm going to do that by showing you my daily roster. I have several locomotives. I only just run a few of them, and that's what I'll show you. Just keep in mind, this is an in-scale layout, so they're all in-scale locomotives. I'm running DCC with everything on a NEC power cab I have over there. Some of these came DC, I had to wire in a decoder, others had drop-in decoders, some just came DCC equipped. Not running sound on anything, someday we'll get to that. 4-axle locomotives, all of them are switchers because my layout's relatively small and I just don't think a 6-axle locomotive is going to be able to get out and run like it wants to. So I got plans to do that in the future, just not right now. And then lastly, this is a freestyle railroad. It's the Brown Smith Railroad. So ultimately all these locomotives are going to have that company's paint scheme on them. I haven't figured out quite what the paint scheme is yet, and I got a lot more work to do on this thing before I actually start painting locomotives, but someday that'll happen. So just imagine with me, if you will, that all these locomotives are painted the same color with the same logo on it. But hey, without further ado, let me show you my roster that I'm using on the Brown Smith Railroad. First locomotive I'll show you is my favorite locomotive, which is my 2-truck Shay. This came equipped for DC. I added a DCC decoder to it. Its job is to take empty log cars, pulpwood cars, and coal cars up into the mountains, and then bring back loaded ones to the switch junction yard over here where the Shay lives, waiting for the EMD NW2 at a switch junction to come pick them up and take them off into the world. So as I said before, this is really my favorite locomotive. I've wanted a 2-truck Shay since I was a kid, and I saw one in a Model Railroader magazine. It was the first locomotive I bought for the Brown Smith Railroad. This one made by Atlas. Don't know that anybody else makes one. I haven't been able to find another one. This is actually my third one. In my first 2 attempts at putting a DCC decoder in it, I killed the locomotive 2 times out of 3. This was my final attempt and I finally got it right. Someday we'll make a video telling you about the problems I had there. But some of the things we're going to do is I need to put the sort of the running gear back on here. I had to take it off when I was trying to get this thing to run. And then I want to swap that oil tank out back there to maybe coal or something like that. Back over at the service depot, they use coal, and it kind of looks silly having the locomotive sitting there when it's oil fired. Next up on the roster is our EMD NW2, which handles all of the switching operations for switch junction. So this Kato EMD NW2 with the road number 9211 is a pretty good little locomotive. It's pretty much all stock. I did put a drop-in DCC decoder in it, and I don't remember the manufacturer. I believe it was TCS. And I also put on there the Microtrains couplers you see in the front. I've pretty much converted everything I can to Microtrains couplers just to make everything a little easier. But overall, great little locomotive. Future plans for it are to weather it after I paint it to match the company paint scheme. Next on the roster is the Fairbanks H16-44 that moves loads between the port and switch junction. This Fairbanks and Morse H16-44 with the road number 2152 made by Atlas is a really cool locomotive. It's quiet, it's smooth. I really love the ditch lights on it. It's the only one I have that actually has ditch lights on it, and I have them set up where I can turn the front and back off independently. Presently running this locomotive in reverse everywhere it goes because the coupler in the back seems to have broken off. I don't know what that's about, but I haven't replaced the coupler yet. So for now, we just pretend it runs in reverse. This is another one of the locomotives that came DCC ready, and I just had to buy a TCS decoder. Basically drop it in, and the rest is history. Next on the roster is the Baldwin VO1000. Its job is to switch the portsmith yard as well as service the port itself. So this is the Baldwin VO1000 with the road number 5332 that's made by Atlas. And to tell you something, I really love this locomotive. It runs smooth, it can handle dirty track. It's really never given me any problems. I just love it. The only thing I had to do was, it was a DC version and I put in a drop-in TCS decoder, but it runs great. Also went ahead and swapped the couplers out to the Microtrains version, and you know, someday company painting and weathering probably keep the same road number. This Alco S4 we use to move loads from the Portsmouth yard over to Brownsville and then switch the industries there and bring it back to the port. And here we have the Alco S4 with the road number 8662. This is made by Bachmann, and I'm telling you, this is my problem child. This locomotive is so picky, it gives me so many problems that I'm actually thinking about replacing it. I don't know, I don't want to diss Bachmann equipment, but in a minute I'm going to show you another Bachmann locomotive I have that I have the same kind of problems with. I mean, they look cool and they came DCC ready. Not happy with it, going to replace it. So now we're looking at the Alco RS3 that we have on the layout, road number 1633. This is manufactured by Bachmann. And I bought this locomotive because I wanted an older style locomotive like this. And it kind of looks cool, kind of like the paint scheme, but again, it's just as temperamental as the other Bachmann I have. And so, you know, sometimes I'll run it just to do something different, but for the most part, you won't see this locomotive running too often on the Brown-Smith Railroad. And lastly, I've got my pair of EMD GP7s. Unfortunately, both of them are numbered 1565. At some point when they get repainted, we're going to change that and figure out a way to change the lighted number boards. But really like these locomotives, like the color of them actually. I might paint the company railroad that color come the end of the day. But again, wanted some older style locomotives. Really like the way those number boards light up. The problem with these two is I bought them at the exact same time and they both run differently. Their power band is different, so I can find a sweet spot to consist them, which I do occasionally if I'm, you know, get a wild hair or something, but it's pretty tough. So one of these days when I get a little more sophisticated with my DCC stuff, I'll probably be able to figure that out. But it's kind of cool every now and then see a pair of these suckers driving around on the layout. One of the other reasons I bought these as to make a consist is because my track cleaning car weighs apparently 1 billion pounds, and my other locomotives can't push it up some of the grades and stuff. So these guys together can do it. Again, once I have the consist power band right in the sweet spot for the two locomotives. So there's the roster for the Brown-Smith Railroad. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Please share this video with somebody, and don't forget to connect with us on our new Facebook page at It's My Railroad. But until next time, thanks again for watching, and rail on, my friends.